The free world is a place where you only rule your own life. It is the only life that is ruled over. The free world is centered around the individual. It is not about creating a large mass or creating a large group of humans. It is centered around one life, the own life. For your own life, you take decisions like who you want as a friend, who you want in a relationship, who you want to marry with, what you want to study in school, how you want to practice a religion and which religion, and all other decisions you are going to make for your own life. If you understand this, you understand the basics of the free world. It is not something difficult. Most people can understand the basics. Around 80% of the population can understand this. After understanding the basics of the free world, what follows is understanding what comes next. Where will it lead you towards? This is a future where you can move on individually and autonomously. This will be with the activity of learning. The activity of learning as support for the human development. For the human development, each human has its own unique ability. That makes, when living together, the society of the free world is a multi-ability society. With the activity of learning as support for the human development, you can become an adult citizen of the free world at the age of around 18. As it is a multi-ability society, depending on the unique ability, this could be at the age of 16 or also 20. Next to that, a medical situation could influence the age you become an adult citizen of the free world. For example, if you have a cancer treatment for a few years. In the free world, there are investments in school buildings as jobs for people who want to work as an educator. What you can learn about the education system is that it is only to support the human development. You have to clear out ideological directions, meaning being educated is not becoming more or better than those not educated in the same way. Being educated doesn't mean that nature, other life forms that don't have an education system like the humans, that there is something wrong with them. There is no model ability in the education system of the free world like the role model for all humans to become. The society of the free world is a multi-ability society, and there is no model ability to follow or to become. The education system on its own is not going to become a salvation for the human. It is for the students when they are young to become conscious of that, to have a clear view that the purpose of the education system is only to support the human development. So the students don't make it bigger or smaller than what it is in reality. The education system on its own doesn't have to become ideologic, meaning with that making it mandatory for all regions of the world to have schools. You have to let people decide for themselves if they want an education system Some regions have their own way of passing on teachings. Respect for people's way of living in certain regions. If there are places that welcome the building of a school, then there is no harm in delivering aid to that specific place that welcomes it. The values of the free world. To stand behind values, what do you need? The free will of a human. What is standing behind values about? It is about living together as humans, creating a society. The values reflect on everyone living inside the society. The values exist out of equality, freedom, and inclusion. With the free will of a human standing behind the values of the free world, you stand for equality. Male and female are equal. Freedom, free to practice a religion. Same gender relation or marriage. Inclusion, blind, deaf, or people in a wheelchair. Thank you for listening. I am Karaman Marangos.